everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin, I'm a geek, you're watching Kevin the Geek, and welcome to the penultimate episode of Are You Dave Gorman? This is episode 5 out of 6, and next month we are going to be doing the final episode of Are You Dave Gorman, and it will be happening on the, the 23rd anniversary of the day that episode actually aired. I found out the date. It happened to fall within April, so yeah, I'm gonna do it literally on the day that it originally aired, which I think is like the 8th of April or something like that. So if you are new, basically I've been doing I Dave Gorman monthly on a monthly basis. I've been doing reactions to Dave Gorman's Modern Life is Goodish on a monthly basis, and I've also done the one-off 2-hour special of Dave Gorman's Google Whack adventure. Once I finish the Are You Dave Gorman, I am going to be moving on and doing the another series that people have told me that is really important, that they think I should see with Dave Gorman, and that one is Dave Gorman's Important Astrology Adventure, or something like that. I can't remember exactly what the title is, but it's there or thereabouts. So that will then also happen on a monthly basis once I have finished this one. But we've still got 2 more episodes to go, so let's check out episode number 5. Hello!
Hello, my name is Dave Gorman. For the last few months, me, my flatmate Danny, his video camera, and my credit card have been trying to find, meet, shake the hand of, and photograph other Dave Gormans. I'm trying to meet 54 Dave Gormans because over a game of cards, Danny there has challenged me to find one for every card in the deck, including the Jokers. So far, I've met 24.
Hello. 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 Hello.
My name is Dave
Gorman. Gorman. Have a good day.
That's the good
Have a good
news.
day.
But I'm trying to travel somewhere between 300 and 500 miles per Dave Gorman. And annoyingly, amongst the 24 that we've met so far, there's been 1 in France.
Hello.
2 in Italy.
Hello.
My name is
David
Gorman.
4 in New York.
Hello. My name is David Gorman.
And 1 in Norway.
Hallo, jeg heter David Gorman.
Which means that our mileage has risen to 14,522. Which means that for 24 Dave Gormans, we're now outside the target zone at 605 miles per Dave Gorman. Leaving our graph looking like this.
We need to be in the golden zone.
We haven't been in the zone now since we've met our first 13 Dave Gormans.
Hello.
I love that still.
While the trip that did the most damage to the graph was our trip to New York. It was on that trip that I discovered how useful a bit of publicity could be. Because while in New York, this article appeared in the daily paper. And that led to us meeting both of these men. Knowing this, we tried to get in some other newspapers, so far only succeeding in Norway and Denmark. Now, it's all well and good being big in Scandinavia. We can all do that. But is it likely to be helpful? Well, let's take a closer look at the 24 Dave Gormans we've met. There are 3 Dave Gormans in continental Europe. As you can see, that means the continent is home to just 12.5% of Dave Gormans. As you can see, they're just pipped by the Americas here.
Yeah.
With 4 Dave Gormans making just over 16%. Although it must be said, New York is far outperforming Buenos Aires there. Meanwhile, Britain leads the way with just under 67% of Dave Gormans.
Yeah.
While Scandinavia really needs to figure out where they've gone wrong. We're trailing here with around 4% of Dave Gormans. And I think when you look at their relative land masses, we really do have a lot to be proud of on this little island of ours. Well done, everyone. Basically, you're about 16 times more likely to find a Dave Gorman in Great Britain than you are in Scandinavia. That's as true today as it's ever been. So if we're trying to use the power of publicity to our advantage, I think it's safe to say we've been wasting our time with the Aftenposten and their ilk. We ought to be looking closer to home.
Yeah.
Well, we decided to launch a nationwide campaign. We started off aiming at the grassroots. We wanted to create a bit of word of mouth. So we placed an advert in a local newspaper, and I took the bull by the horns and did some public speaking. I called the evening, Are You Dave Gorman? I figured if I read that, I'd think, yes. My first engagement was at Windsor Art Centre. Find one in Bombay, I will go. Approximately 15 people showed up.
I guess none of
them
them
were called Dave Gorman.
Yeah.
But I encouraged them to go away and try to find me one, and they seemed to take that responsibility on board. Next, we travelled to Hammersmith, where we had an audience numbering nearly 100, and a magical thing occurred. Ladies and gentlemen, is anyone here called Dave Gorman? Yeah.
Hey!
Smile for the camera.
Hello, my name's Dave Gorman.
Hey!
We actually found a real live Dave Gorman in the audience. So now
Yeah.
we were onto something. It worked. So we figured we'd take the show on a month-long run to the world's largest arts festival, the Edinburgh Fringe. So we did, and it happened again. Ladies and gentlemen, is there anyone here called Dave Gorman?
Yay!
Hello, my name is David Gorman.
So by now, thousands of people were pledging their support. Thousands of people were going away and trying to find Dave Gorman's. And they were all wearing a badge like this. As you can see, declares that the wearer is not Dave Gorman, but also poses the question, are you? But the campaign message wasn't just being carried on the lapels of strangers. We were making the news. The Times, the Sunday Times, the Independent on Sunday, the Guardian, the Observer, the Telegraph, the Herald, the Sunday Herald, the Mail, the Express, the Scotsman, Scotland on Sunday, the Mirror, the People, and even the Sun all carried news of the search and appealed for Dave Gorman's to come forward. This is the Sun. This is quite clearly page 3.
Yeah.
That is half of page 3. I've got equal billing with Joe, 21 of Leicestershire. I've got this story next to the tits. And they've used 3 photos of me meeting Dave Gorman's, and who do you think took these pictures? Yes, my flatmate Danny Wallace. All of a sudden, Danny can claim to be a page 3 photographer. Something he has been claiming for many years. Now, I'll tell you this for a fact. If you don't read The Sun, you know someone who does. So I know that day, countless Dave Gormans were faxed copies of this story. This was guaranteed to reach my target audience, Dave Gorman's. But it wasn't just newspapers. TV was covering it as well. And this next man I'm going to show you is called Dotun Adebayo. He's a writer, he's a critic, and he's a very, very serious man.
I think there were moments when I thought Björk can act, but unfortunately, if the script is so weak, the script has got to allow an actor or an actress to act as such, and I don't think they had very much to go with.
That's him discussing Björk in a Lars von Trier's film. This is him discussing the debut play from Whitbread Award-winning novelist Kate Atkinson.
I don't think she would have bitten off more than she could chew if she kept it as a novel, because she's a great narrator. You know, in a novel she works fine and brilliant, and you think that she's a great writer.
And this is him discussing an exhibition of the works of Salvador Dali.
So I think there are 3 different types of paintings going on. There are all the optical illusion stuff, which is, for me, more about geometry and mathematics than actually aesthetics.
Oh, we're building up something.
There are 2 things I think we should take away in this. 1, I don't understand a word that man is saying. 2,
fair enough.
Take a look at his badge.
Ah!
He's on national television and he's wearing an I am not Dave Gorman badge.
Nice.
That's a sentence I never thought I'd say. So he's discussed Dali and he's discussed Kate Atkinson and he's discussed Björk in a Lars von Trier's film, but then this happens.
He goes around, meets people whose names are Dave Gorman. In every photograph he takes with them, he's got the same moronic look on his face.
So now, we've got heavyweight arts critics discussing us on BBC Two, and at the same time, with the bonkers story next to the tits on page 3. Things have been covered on a few TV shows.
And Georgie joins us now from Edinburgh. Who have you been spotting up there?
This guy, Dave Gorman, has travelled around the world. And if your name is Dave Gorman, or if you know anyone called Dave Gorman,
please get in touch with me, dave.gorman@virgin.net.
Here's the address and number again, dave.gorman@virgin.net. He spent £9,000 and travelled 14,000 miles.
To find people with the same name as him, David Gorman, which frankly I think is hilarious.
Thank you very much.
Can you imagine a story this stupid being on television?
Yeah.
I mean, who makes these decisions? Well, someone read about us in The Sun and they invited me down from Edinburgh to appear on The Big Breakfast. I travelled down overnight to be there. They had a fantastic treat in store.
OK, now we've got something special for you.
OK.
Will the 3 real Dave Gormans please stand forward?
Hey!
get a single one right.
Pleased to meet you. You know how exciting that is? Just look at that camera, please. Look at that camera and say the words, hello, my name is Dave Gorman. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hello.
Hello, my name is Dave Gorman. So I've gone down to do the big breakfast and they found 3 Dave Gormans for me gratis. But then I have to fly back up to Edinburgh to finish the run at the festival before we can finally return home. That was a very satisfying month. We found 2 Dave Gormans in our audience. We had 3 Dave Gormans delivered on a plate. We managed to appeal for more to come forward on TV, on the radio, and in nearly every newspaper in the land. And nearly 4,000 people came to hear our tale, which meant we sent away a private army of nearly 4,000 researchers.
Nice.
All of a sudden, whereas before the festival it was just me and Dan, now we had 4,000 foot soldiers searching with us. But how had it affected the graph? Well, here we go. We'd added 5 Dave Gormans.
Come on!
From London to Edinburgh.
Come
I
on!
walked each day from my lodgings to the theatre. I had come back down to London for the big breakfast, and then back up to Edinburgh, and then finally back down to London. I had met 5 extra Dave Gormans. But I had travelled 1,710 miles.
Yeah.
And this is what it had done to the graph.
Oh, so close.
There you go. I've narrowed the margin ever so slightly. But we're not quite in the zone yet. That's where we stand. 29 Dave Gormans, 16,232 miles travelled.
We're getting closer.
559 miles per Dave Gorman. We're not in the zone. But we are heading in the right direction. And I was confident that with 4,000 people searching with me, we'd soon rack up a load more Dave Gormans and get back in the zone where we belong. And they were searching for us. Every day we would receive letters, phone calls and emails telling us about more Dave Gormans. And we acted on it immediately. In one extremely busy day, thanks to tip-offs from my private army, we travelled to Dunstable, Daventry, Peterborough and then Tottenham. We met this man.
Hello, my name is Dave Gorman.
Yes.
This man.
Hello, my name's Dave Gorman.
And then this man.
Hello, my name's Dave Gorman.
And then this freak.
Hello, my name's Dave Gorman.
Whoa!
That is 4 Dave Gormans. For only 312 miles.
Yeah.
And this is what it does to the graph.
Come on. Ooh, are we in
So
it?
close you can't even tell if we're in the zone or not. It couldn't be any closer. That's where we are now. 33 Dave Gormans. 16,534 miles travelled.
Yeah.
Giving us... 501 miles per Dave Gorman.
No!
501! 501 poxy mile per Dave Gorman. It's a tragedy. So close. What I needed now was a Dave Gorman close to home.
Yeah.
The next Dave Gorman will be the 34th Dave Gorman. Now, 34 times 500 is 17,000. If we're going to get in the zone, we need to have travelled 17,000 miles or less. So far, we have travelled 16,534 miles. So we need to find a Dave Gorman somewhere on a round trip
64.
of 466 miles or less. That means we need to find a Dave Gorman somewhere within 233 miles of home.
Yeah.
This is our target area.
Ooh.
This is the 233-mile inclusion zone around my flat. We want just one Dave Gorman anywhere in here and we're back on track.
Yeah.
The next Dave Gorman I learnt about was a policeman.
Yeah.
He lives in DeKalb County, Georgia, in the US of A. As you can see...
Yeah. Live outside.
Literally all of the state of Georgia falls some distance outside of our target.
Yeah.
But we got in touch with the American cop, Dave Gorman, and we found out some good news.
Yeah.
Turns out Dave is an Irish-American cop. He actually lived in Ireland until he was 16. And he was now organising a trip of other Irish-American cops from the States to Dublin. So he got clever. Why not let him travel 4,000 miles and we'll only have to do 300?
Yeah.
It is still outside our target area, but if we can find just one more Dave Gorman while we're there, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
So we flew to Dublin. If you don't believe me, here's my boarding card. On our first day in Dublin, we did find the extra Dave Gorman we needed.
Hello, my name is David Gorman.
But we also found another 3.
Hello. Hello. Hello, my name is David Gorman.
That was 4 Dave Gormans in one day in Dublin alone.
Yes!
That is a result.
That's good.
The next
That's gonna
day
be good.
we go out to the airport to try and meet the American cop. We're not sure what time he's arriving. We don't know what he looks like, so we use the time-honoured method for meeting people at airports. I have friends that live in Dublin. What if one of them is coming through that airport? This is the definition of showing off. Oh, look at me, the amazing self-captioning man. But while I wasn't happy stood there like that, with the benefit of hindsight, I'm very glad I did. Because 20 minutes before his flight was due to land, they announced that it was going to be 90 minutes late. But while I'd been stood there, someone had come up and said, "Excuse me, are you waiting for the pilot, Dave Gorman?"
Excuse me?
I said, "No, I'm waiting for the American policeman, Dave Gorman." She said, "Oh, only the pilot, he'll be in the lounge." So now I've got some minutes to kill and another Dave Gorman to find, and I found him.
Hello, my name's Dave Gorman.
Yes!
I met him before getting back into arrivals in time to meet the flight from Georgia.
How you doing? Hey, bud, how you doing? I'm Dave Gorman. All right, Dave, how you doing? Nice
Very
to meet
well.
you.
Who inexplicably decided to shower me with gifts.
Here, take that.
Oh, fantastic. Look at that.
Here, take that NYPD, please.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That's lovely. No other Dave Gormans give us presents.
I got a toy NYPD motorbike, a couple of police badge patches, and this bar of chocolate. And then he was off.
Is this
And to be
simple
honest,
brie?
I don't know why he was giving me presents. I don't know what he was so happy about. Because he's travelled 3,927 miles to meet one Dave Gorman. This is what he's done to his graph.
Well outside the zone.
Look at that. That's rubbish. He's only met one. That is the biggest margin of error I've ever seen in my life. He's never going to get into the zone at that rate, is he? It's almost as if he isn't even trying. Still, we were obviously onto a rich seam in Dublin. 2 days and 6 Dave Gormans. Oh, it's such an exciting place. We decided to stay an extra day. And we found yet more Dave Gormans.
Yes!
Hello, my name's Dave Gorman.
And that last one there is brilliant. We had a good time with him. He's a big man in the international freight game. But while he told us all about freight, I got the impression, like when I told him about my mission, he wasn't really taking it all in. See what you think. I'd been with him for 40 minutes. I've explained that we are trying to meet every Dave Gorman when I first met him. After 40 minutes, this happened.
Plenty of us here because even my young lad is Dave Gorman Jr., you know.
Is he really?
Yeah.
We've explained. We're trying to meet every Dave Gorman we can. We've shown him the photos of the Dave Gormans we met so far. And he's only just thought to mention his son, Dave Gorman Jr. But when I tell him we'd like to meet his son, he was absolutely brilliant. He got straight on the phone, he got his wife on, he went, "Quick, get Dave out of school."
I'm in the office with Dave Gorman and Danny Wallace, and they want to meet Boo Boo.
Boo Boo?
We get to his school, and there in the car park, waiting for us, we find his mum and his grandma and him, and little 5-year-old little Dave Gorman there. He went all shy.
Oh.
He would not get out of the car. His whole family were having a go at trying to persuade him, but he was not having any of it. He was frightened of the furry microphone and my furry face.
Well, then I'll get out as well. Come on.
Listen, come here, it's only me, kid. Come on.
Come on, Boo. Mummy wants to get back in the car. Come on.
Oh.
His dad tried, his mum tried, his gran tried, but he would not budge. This is like Chinese water torture for a Dave Gorman hunter. He's almost within reach. And then I remembered what I had in my bag. Do you remember when we met this guy?
How you doing? Hey, bud, how you doing? Here, take that NYPD, please.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Well, I'd just put all that stuff in my bag. I'd forgotten about it. So we went to work with bribery. I offered him a police badge and a toy motorbike.
Nice.
The chocolate.
No.
And
That'd
we
be
did
creepy.
get him out of the car, so I could take his picture and I could collect the evidence I need. Hello, Dave Gorman.
What do you say to that?
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Hey.
Hello,
Oh.
my name is Dave Gorman.
Oh. That is cute. That is so cute. Having that little lad there, bless him. But yeah, do not try and get a kid out of a car using chocolate as a bribe, because, yeah, you could get arrested for that.
He is so cute, isn't he? And bear
Yeah.
this in mind. He lives about 5 miles from there. He's met me. He's obviously met his dad. If you consider his miles per Dave Gorman, this 5-year-old Irish lad is clearly outperforming a 27-year-old American cop. Technically, he'll have been on a round trip of 10 miles and he'll have met 2. So he'll have an MPDG of 5.
Nice.
Now, obviously, he's going to be quite some way below the 300 miles per Dave Gorman mark. But even
Yeah.
so, it's a great start for the young lad. He's doing far better than I was when I was 5. I haven't met him.
Now...
So, we returned home, proud of ourselves, and a truly
Yeah.
remarkable trip. In 3 days, we had met 10 Dave Gormans. Such a result, look at that. Dublin, what a fantastic place. And as you'd expect, it did us the world of good graph-wise. Take a look at this.
Come on! Hey! Get in there!
Have you ever seen a more exciting
Yes!
graph in your life?
Yes! I don't know why I get so excited at a blooming graph. Oh, there's something in there. I love the graph.
Oh, I couldn't believe it. Straight into the heart of the zone. You've never seen a more exciting graph in your life, probably not since you were at school. It's taken us 30 Dave Gormans, but we've finally done it. We're back where we belong. 43 Dave Gormans. Oh, and 17,246 miles travelled, giving us 401.
Oh, yes!
Could not believe it. Almost slap bang in the middle of the zone. It's an incredible result. That is an occasion worth celebrating. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you all get to take away a piece of celebration American chocolate.
Yeah!
Courtesy of Dave Gorman, number 39. I need to break this down into approximately 100 pieces. There is one man I trust above all others for a job like this. He's made the trip down once more, ladies and gentlemen. We can't keep him away. Edinburgh, Dave
Gorman, number 5. Hey!
Absolutely, give him the love he deserves. He is a Dave Gorman. You don't have to say anything. It's all queued up. It's all ready. Just got to press the button.
Hello, my name's Dave Gorman.
Dave, I want you to take that away, break it into 100 pieces, make sure everyone gets one at the end of the night. Good lad. Now, we're on a roll. After spending 30 Dave Gormans in the wilderness, our time has come. And I was determined to stay in the zone. But the next thing I learned was that there was a David Gorman in Israel.
Oh!
You might expect me to be concerned about this, but I wasn't, and this is why. This is the email I received. Hi, Dave. First, the homework you asked me to do in your show. I've just phoned 144 Information Israel. I asked the operator for all Dave Gormans listed in Tel Aviv, where I work and live. She gave me no less than 5 names. That's 5 Dave Gormans in Tel Aviv alone.
Wow.
What does this do for your statistics, for the MPDG? Your motivation must be rocketing as you read this. He knows me well. Here they are. And below there were 5 Dave Gormans listed. So as you can see, while it may be many miles away, there are multiple Dave Gormans, so it should be okay. So we booked our tickets and we flew out to Tel Aviv. If you don't believe me, here's my boarding card. We went out to find 5 Dave Gormans. We found 1 man with 5 phones.
Oh.
Do you remember when we met this man in New York?
Have a good day.
Well, he told us this.
I would venture to say that I'm probably going to be one of the only Jewish Gormans that you're going to meet.
Oh, yeah? Take a look at this.
Shalom. I'm the only David Gorman in Israel.
Look at him! I can safely say that when we started all this months ago, and Danny was challenging me to find 54 Dave Gormans, I did not expect to end up in Israel talking to a 70-year-old man.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, we had a hell of a job getting there to find him. I don't know if anyone here has ever flown to Israel, but if you have, you'll know that the security measures taken are a bit more stringent than when you're flying to Tenerife. So we've got to Heathrow, and El Al has a special section out of everyone else's way where the policemen hang around with big guns. Now, when you get to the front of the queue, before they let you check in, they have to get past an LL security man. So myself and Danny, we get there, and this man comes up and he asks 3 questions. I'm going to tell you all 3 questions. The third one is the killer. Bear in mind, you know the answers. Are you travelling together? Yes. How do you know each other? We're flatmates. What is the purpose of your visit?
Yeah.
We're trying to meet some men called Dave Gorman. Could you follow me, gentlemen? So he takes us to one side, right? He gets a friend to help him. They separate us. He interviews me, his friend interviews Danny, and the two of them check that we both tell the same story.
Yeah.
And every time he asks me another question, even though I'm telling him the truth, it sounds like I'm talking in code. Why are you trying to meet David Gorman's? Because it's my name. David Gorman isn't a very Israeli-sounding name. How did you find these David Gormans? Someone sent me their phone numbers in an email. Who? A stranger. What will you do when you meet them? Shake their hand, take their photo, film them saying the words, "Hello, my name is David Gorman," and then leave. You're going a hell of a long way for that, aren't you? Well, there are 5 of them, so it shouldn't do the MPDG any harm. The what? Let me show you this graph. The 2 security men, they check with each other. We both told them the same story, so we passed the test. We're in. Then there was the letdown of discovering that our 5 David Gormans were all the same man. But what a lovely man he was. He was absolutely fantastic.
May I suggest you a cup of water?
Yeah, water.
A cup of coffee? I'll give you water, and my wife will serve you with coffee.
Great.
And you take a photo to describe how Mr. David Gorman is pouring the water. Tell me about this crazy idea. How was it born? Who of them is Jew? Only one is a Jew?
Yeah.
There are a lot of Gormans. Not all of them are David. Everybody likes the name David Gorman. Very nice. Mr. Wallace, you don't drink, you will be weak and the camera will fall out of your hand. Am I the oldest David Gorman here?
I think you are.
So I have another gold medal.
I can tell you with my hand on my heart, I have never enjoyed the company of a 70-year-old man quite as much as I did that day. And though I was disappointed that he wasn't 5 Dave Gormans, we've always been trying to find cultural diversity. And I think you'd agree that in this Dave Gorman, we have found it.
Yeah.
So we returned home with 4 less Dave Gormans than we had hoped for. And with a heavy heart, I started plotting the graph. And here it is.
Oh, no!
Absolutely heartbreaking. It's just too far away. This is where we are. We've travelled 22,274 miles.
Yeah.
We've met 44 Dave Gormans. Leaving us at a heartbreaking 506 miles per Dave Gorman. I couldn't believe it. There are only 10 more Dave Gormans needed to complete my task, and I'll tell you whether or not I found them next time. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you've learnt about a very special time in my life. And I can tell just from looking at a few of your faces that for some of you, this has been the best night of your lives. But who knows? Ladies and gentlemen, maybe one day you will have an even better time. Maybe one day you will get to meet one of these 44 men in the flesh. Now, if you are lucky enough to spot a Dave Gorman, please, I ask only this of you. Please, don't just stand there pointing at them. However tempted you are, please don't follow them home and go through their bins. But do, please, do give them a big hello hug from me. Now, I know that right now you're thinking that's a good idea. But I also know that you're fickle. Which is why I'm asking each and every one of you to take an oath of allegiance, swearing that you will respect the Dave Gormans of the world.
I swear.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, raise your right hands. Follow the words on the screen. Say it with me. I
do solemnly swear that will do everything within my power to respect, honour, and if necessary, obey all Dave Gormans. I promise that whenever I meet a Dave Gorman, I will not hassle, bother, or pester him in any way. But I will give him a big hello hug from you, the Dave Gorman I see before me now. However, I will not impede his progress through international airports, making him almost miss his plane to Israel. For his is a noble quest, and is difficult enough as it is, frankly. for he is one that carries that name forever and ever, Dave Gorman.
My name's Dave Gorman. Thank you very much. Good night.
Oh!
Shalom, John Zaritsky.
Have a good time here.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So.
David and Dan, very nice. And then the story that he was swallowed by a whale. And take a picture of the city, it's nicer than me.
Nice.
I'm the only David Gorman in Israel. Thank you.
Oh! Is that a plot twist for next episode? Are they going to find out that there was another one from Israel? Wow. Well, we've only got about 30 minutes left to go of this show of Are You Dave Gorman, or the Dave Gorman Collection. Oh my word. Ah, yeah. This is just great, isn't it? It's just such an amazing show. Amazing story. Dave Gorman, I say it all the time, he's an amazing storyteller. Please join me again next month for the thrilling conclusion to the story of Are You Dave Gorman. I cannot wait to do my recording of that episode, but it will be tinged with sadness because it will mean that we've come to the end of this thing. You know, I mean, like, I did Dave Google Wax Adventure. Obviously, I did that all in one sitting, and that is about half an hour less than basically what I've done here so far. And because I did it in one session, it felt slightly relieved in a way to finish that, because it's basically 2 hours I'm sat listening and watching it. But I loved it. It was absolutely amazing. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. But yeah, this has taken up 5 months of my life. I mean, technically it's 2.5 hours, but yeah, it's over 5 months so far. So yeah, when it comes to an end next month, I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be sad. What do you think of this episode? Drop your comments down below. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on notifications, all the usual bits and bobs. And if you're a Dave Gorman, let me know. Let me know if you're a Dave Gorman yourself. But for today, thank you for joining me once again. For now, my name is Kevin. I am a geek, and you've been watching Kevin the Geek. Goodbye.